In Hinduism, the south is believed to be the direction of Yamraj. So when the sun begins its journey towards the southern hemisphere in September, people in India observe Pitripaksha, their day of remembrance and respect for the deceased ancestors. Humans perhaps are the only species whose desire to communicate with the world beyond death is so strong. Not only us, almost every culture in the world has a day or a yearly period of time when dead ancestors are remembered. The most relatable example would be Halloween. But why? What is the reason for this attraction to the supernatural? We will talk about that in this video. Please stay tuned. According to Hindu belief, the soul lives in the Pitriloka for some time after death. During the days of Pitripaksha, prayers are offered for the liberation of those souls. This particular Tithi or lunar day is celebrated by different names in different parts of India, but they are similar in essence. Similar days are observed outside India as well. For example, Halloween. The beliefs surrounding Halloween are somewhat different from those of Pitripaksha. It is generally celebrated in areas dominated by Christian beliefs. However, Halloween is rooted in paganism, in Celtic beliefs and rituals. Around 2000 years ago, people in Ireland and Scotland used to celebrate a festival called Samhain on the same day as Halloween, the 31st of October, a day that stands between the two halves of the year, winter and summer. It is that time of the year when the distance between our earth and the sun increases. Bright summer ends and dark winter begins. Well, it is good to mention that for this reason, Samhain is celebrated on 30th April in the southern hemisphere. Anyway, since sunlight was very important for primitive people, they had a negative outlook on winter. They felt that bad spirits were roaming around them, so they would wear masks and costumes to hide themselves. A very similar occasion is observed in Hong Kong, known as the Hungry Ghost Festival. People in Hong Kong believe that during the 7th month of the lunar calendar, the gates of the other world open and allow entities from there to wander freely among humans. They offer food to appease those spirits and light candles, hoping that it would guide the spirits back to where they belong. On the 28th of October, a large-scale costume parade takes place in Japan, known as the Kawasaki Halloween Parade. Between mid-July and mid-August, Japan celebrates another festival called Obon. Obon is the Buddhist festival for honoring deceased ancestors. In Mexico, people celebrate the Dia de los Muertos or the Day of the Dead on November 1st. Let's come to India once again. On Kali Puja Eve, which is the 14th day of the Krishna Paksha of the month of Kartik, in the eastern part of India, or to be more specific, in West Bengal, celebrated another occasion, Bhut Chaturdashi. People light up 14 oil lamps in the memory of 14 generations of deceased ancestors and also to ward off evil spirits. Apart from these, there are many other festivals around the same concept. So cultures all over the world have some sort of occasion to pay reverence to those that no longer exist. But why? Are humans obsessed with death? The festivals of the dead around the world generally take place in the junction of summer and winter. Winter is a darker season compared to summer. The days are shorter and colder. So in many cultures, there is this belief that during this time, our connection with the dark supernatural realm becomes stronger. Due to the harsh weather condition, humans in the old times perceived this season as unholy. Ancient Celts considered Halloween as the first day of the year. New beginnings sound fascinating, but in reality, they are scary too because they lead us to the unknown. It is not always about fear. In many cases, deceased relatives are seen as guardian angels and mediators. People believe that the spirits of their ancestors now live in a higher dimension and they are closer to God. So they are the ideal candidates for bridging the communication gap between God and humans. Some cultures believe in the supernatural powers of holy spirits. So in times of difficulties, people expect help from their lost family members. Let's forget about the supernatural part for a while. If we think historically, then it can be said that believing in an afterlife is kind of a selfish concept. It is not only about the dead ancestors, it is also about ourselves. We want an uninterrupted existence on this beautiful planet. We are not happy with just one chance. Humans have always believed in an afterlife. Early burials of people prove that. We can find many burials where dead people have been provided with stuff that only a living person can use. A dead person needs nothing unless they continue to live after death. Ancient Egyptians believed that death was not the final destination for the human soul. It's just another stage of life. That's why in the tombs of their kings, queens and other high status people who could afford to have a mausoleum, they placed all the items that a person might need to live comfortably. We all know that death is inevitable, but we don't want to face this harsh truth, and we come up with wonderful ideas where at least parts of ourselves will never die. As per an article published in Science Daily, humans have a tendency to believe that our body is separate from our mind. We love to think that at least some part of our mind or overall existence will continue to live even after the death of our body. But don't we all know that the body includes our brain too? Yes, we do, but humans are natural dualists. To fix this problem, they simply believe in mind-body dualism. They don't identify the mind with the brain. Rather think that the mind is something that resides inside the brain. A theory also suggests that people believe in an afterlife to guarantee justice that they fail to obtain during life. We feel justice will be delivered after death. In many cultures, the afterlife is something to hope for. It is seen as the life of eternal comfort. So in reality, humans are not obsessed with death. They are actually obsessed with life. Whatever the reason might be, one thing I certainly know, we love to experience these things within a safe environment. I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, then please do leave a comment and hit the like button. If you are not subscribed yet, then please do that too. See you soon with a new story.